So anyways, as our last game in the Horde took place, the party had just finished making their deal with the Ogre tribe, deciding to battle the matron's top bodyguard and soldiers to determine who would lead their group, and eventually became victorious, defeating the ogres and forcing their submission into the Horde. Upon doing this, though, the party then decided to leave camp and made their way back to camp. But before they did, they came across an odd sight in the woods. This site was a small wooden cabin in the middle, where the party went to originally ignored it, but their two goblin companions, pushed forward by their curiosity, decided to move forward and observe this strange cabin alone. There discovered a little old lady living by herself. Well, their wizard decided to send his raven in to peer into the little old granny, who saw the raven and determined someone was outside. Leaving the house to see what was happening, the goblin cleric decided to enter the little old lady's quiet little hut and rob the little bitch blind. Upon doing so, he looked through a chest and discovered a little sack, which he detected magic from. Presuming this was a bag of holding, he took the sack and then returned to the party, happy with his conquest. Later on, though, as the party settled down for camp, there had become an argument occurring when Vex determined to have a dark and horrible nightmare where he was torn apart by his very fellow goblins from his old tribe. When he awoke, his life force had seemed to be drained from his body. This created the group to argue and bicker, with ending up with Druckels storming off from the party towards the house of the little old lady they had robbed, assuming she had something to do with the nightmares. Upon reaching only about 15 minutes into the forest, he then bumped into the little old lady. But the little old lady was no longer a lady, but rather a blue-skinned, horned, black-haired, fey creature known as a hag. Druckels heroically talked to the hag by putting the bag down on the ground, saying, "This is yours," and then swiftly bolted back to the party, where the hag pursued. Thus, when the party saw that Druckels returned, pissed off beyond all belief, yelling at him, saying, "Where the hell were you?" And Druckels going, "No, guys, we have to get the fuck out of here. Hag back there. Go, go, go. Leave now." But the party did not listen, and instead yelled at him some more when the hag emerged from the forest. There, the hag told them that to pay.
Movie troped me.
Instead of the hag saying the party needed to pay for robbing their cabin, gave them the choice of rather to either face her in combat or each one would have to sacrifice the silver tongue. The party, thinking themselves clever, decided to get a surprise attack on the hag. It did not go well, as the party soon discovered their weapons had little effect upon her, and she had unlimited little shots of magic missiles that no one could dodge. Soon the party realized, we are fucked, and decided to soon run like motherfuckers. The party scattered everywhere, fleeing for their lives, but unfortunately, Druckels, Vex, Quill, and Cole were unable to make their escapes, being knocked unconscious. At the end of the battle, Druckels' life force seemed to be draining from him till Vex himself, saving his dear friend, sacrificed his own life force, taking responsibility for stealing from the hag in the first place. With that moment, Vex's very soul was torn from his body and placed in the little leather bag that he had stolen. After this, the hag went to Druckels, Quill, and Cole, and then proceeded to take a heavy toll upon each member, by removing their civil tongues, their eagle eyes, and their... God damn it, what's the third thing I did? Yes, and last breath. Upon taking these three things, the hag then took her bag and returned to the forest. What beholds the party from here on out? We will have to see. Anyways, that's a recap for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed my little voice acting.
Woo!
Good job, man. Damn good.
Hell yeah.
Don't know why I went with that voice, but I fucking did. It seemed appropriate. So, as we begin today's adventure, by the way, just so you know, Jet, from now on, your character has disadvantage in all persuasion checks, disadvantage in all perception checks, and only 2 death saving throws.
So, literally, all of the things I was doing really great before...
It basically hasn't affected you much, considering you fucking did all that stuff before, yes. But that also affected Quill and Cole.
I'm so sorry, guys. I am terribly sorry. You know,
No,
Jet, I kind of wish you kind of barged into that cabin instead.
Would have went better, honestly. Would have went better. You guys would have been monsters, the hag would have revealed herself, and there would have been a chance to recruit her. That was how it was supposed to go.
Oh, no, I wasn't even trying to break into the house. Remember, I had the lasso. I was going to try and tie her up, but fucking Quill drop-kicked me.
To be honest, if you had initiated combat with the hag, it would have ended the same way. Because you were attacking a hag? It just would have happened at the house. Any case, as you many hours pass, as Druckle, you finally feel yourself. Ooh, who do we lose?
Storm.
Oh, Storm. Okay. But well, when Storm pops back in, we will catch him up. But as Druckle, you find yourself stirring awake as you feel your body sore. You rub your jaw and you found out your tongue is all swollen and doesn't quite work proper. You kind of look about and you see that your eyes are really fuzzy vision and you can't quite see proper. And you kind of feel like you're just drained of life, that, you know, 1 natural 1 on a death saving throw is the end of you from now on.
1. Oof.
As you get up and you look about, and as you get up in the woods, stretching out, not knowing what happened, you look about you, and the first thing you see is the fallen body of your little friend Vex.
Oh, no!
His body, lifeless and unmoving. Nothing coming from his lips. Everything about him seems to have gone nowhere. The world about you seems to have ended, and you have no idea what has occurred. All you know is that Vex seems to be no more. What do you do?
What do you do? You freak the fuck out. Oh my god. Oh, I still haven't come to the decision yet. Oh man. Okay.
Get the right mood music going here. I just got to track it down.
Gosh. Alright, you know what, guys? Normally I flip a coin for this one, but I really do just kind of want to hear your input. I've got 2 separate situations for this. One, Vex goes down kind of the Clint Eastwood, John Wayne sort of super jaded, very world-weary cowboy route, and I'm essentially becomes an anti-hero, because he's pretty much going to blame Quill for this whole thing, for him, like, pinning him down instead of running when they should have. Or, on the other hand, he completely loses his mind and sort of reverts back to base goblin, kind of taking on sort of a more a Gollum sort of feel to him, not really pretty neurotic, almost schizophrenic kind of thing. Which direction do you guys think I should take? Because I've been like battling back and forth with this one. How the hell to deal with this level of trauma?
Honestly, I'm kind of partial to both, but like maybe it's a schizophrenic thing where sometimes, like, in the middle of the night, the party would just hear him just kind of talking to himself, but during the day he's just kind of just jaded as normal.
Here's some good mood music for you. Maybe it'll help.
It was terrible. I
Holy shit.
That's wrong! Oh, God. I know that maybe the rest of the party doesn't really care, but I would like to hear what you guys think I should do. Should I become jaded and world-weary, or neurotic and schizophrenic?
I
Smoke my
go
piece.
for first one.
What I basically am
But
saying
I'm
is,
like,
should I become completely withdrawn, or will this completely break me?
It's just one friend. Like, you can make more friends.
This was a really important friend. He's like my only friend in the group.
I don't know,
Druckle had become very attached to Vex before this.
I'm already dead, man. Like, ED.
All right. I guess I gotta flip a coin.
Do it feels best.
Because
to you.
that didn't lead to disaster last time.
Yeah.
Listen. I have had just as much success as I have had failures in flipping this damn coin.
I mean, the failures are much more funnier.
You know what? Screw it. You're right. Let's go the funny route. I'm going the schizophrenic, completely broken route.
Oh, God. So what do you do?
I'm going to wake up. What's happening? Son, I can't see. Who's over there? Vex? Hey, Vex, wake up. Vex?
Jesus.
Vex? At this point now, Druckle has come to the horrible realization that his best and dearest friend is no more, and this will take a heavy toll on Druckle's overall psyche and mind. It's world-shattering to him, essentially, and he's going to become mostly like withdrawn, but jittery, haunted even, and yeah, he's pretty much just kind of curl up right there next to the dead body, not really knowing what to do, sort of muttering to himself, sort of basically waiting for something else to happen because he is completely lost at this point.
Well, speaking of something else happening, oddly enough, Purosticks, as you were actually attached to Quill's body being carried, your body reforms finally after you had your hiatus moment. And you wake up to see Quill and Cole unconscious next to you, and you look over to see a crying Druckle over a dead goblin body.
What?
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
I look around. It's nighttime.
Yes, it would be nighttime.
I walk over. Where are they?
Should I see him on the map? You're on the bottom.
Yeah, but I don't know where Druckle is.
To the right. Zoom.
Oh,
zoom.
yeah, I see the thing, yeah. Just casually walk over.
Not hurt the
I
Vexes.
read I
That lady hits the Vexes.
What?
Who hit him? Vexes not hit him. Druckle take naps.
What? Just gonna walk closer. I look down at Vex's body. Is he dead?
You, as an expert of death, being an undead yourself, know that yes, he is very much dead.
Hmm. How long? How long have I been asleep?
I mean, he's only been dead for at most an hour.
Okay.
How long?
Right.
Wakes up, everybody's unconscious, and Des like, man, I slept in really late.
It's like, what the fuck?
Poor Sticks just gets up, is like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go
Bury
back to
that.
bed.
Sorry.
Are you Druckle or Druckle's twin or what's happening?
It's not me. Nothing happened. The Vexes did it on themselves. I was asleep. No.
Jesus fuck.
Right. Great.
Just imagining him doing this while still wearing the poncho and the cowboy hat.
Isn't this supposed to be? Weren't you supposed to go like, yo, here's a donkey now, or something?
The Vexes put her to the bag lady, but the bag lady wanted take the breath.
The-
She said.
There's a bad lady and there's a breath.
Sweepy, and they go into the cabin. But no. Tie up the lady, I said. But no.
Right. Great.
You're not going to get much of anything useful out of Druckle, man. He is broken.
I know.
So-
Porsix look around. Is there any other conscious person?
Not at the moment, but for the sake of this is a good
Okay.
place to cut away, we will cut back over to our next player who's still alive. We will be cutting over to you, Storm, as Gazrog is running through the woods still after leaving the party behind. So, you there, Storm?
His
He
head
said
is
his
in it.
internet is spazzing out. That's why he's been leaving and joining back. So
Yeah,
don't
I noticed that. I
know.
just wonder if he's still available to be in this or not. Well,
I can burn with them.
he's got to jump out and jump back in again. Better Storm or
Storm,
worse?
I think it's working now.
Okay, we can hear you good.
Awesome.
I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know how. This is only within like a few hours, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, I take it back. You are really robot-y, man. Your internet's
Like-
really crapping.
I'm like.
Should I try changing server? You think that would help? Oh. Oh, we lost Crystal, too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, COVID's destroying the Australians one by one. D-Rab, you're next!
I'm already dead. He's got nothing on me.
Nani?
Actually, I want to point this out because I just realized the gag here. This is the first time there are fewer Americans than any other race or any other culture. We got 3 Australians, 2 Canadians, and 1 American playing today. I would just like to point that out as a gag.
Represent Canada.
Woo!
Just so
how we
you're
pronounce it,
aware, last week when we canceled, all of the Australians got together with me and started playing Overwatch.
I thought
Hey,
D-Rab
I was
missed,
playing
though.
Overwatch too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah.
Yeah, he missed.
You weren't important. Paul.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah.
Canadians don't exist.
You were just playing support, Andrew. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your stupid heels.
Just ask Vex.
too soon, man. Too soon.
now?
Okay,
Hello?
sorry, Storm.
Are we good on my phone?
Yeah, you sound
can
much
hear
better on
you.
your phone. Yep.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so Storm.
Go on.
Okay, so as you run through the wood, Gazrock, you're pounding and thing, and as you look behind you, worried the hag might be chasing you, you do hear a sound of something in the brush behind you approach.
Draw my weapon and look over towards what is approaching.
Okay, as you look over to see what is approaching, you see a figure emerge from the woods. And Andy, would you like to describe your new character for everybody?
Right. Pierre from the woods stands a fairly mongrel-eyed, what's it called? Not feline, what's the
Canine.
What's the canine? That's
No.
it. Canine
Oh.
figure. Ears perked up. Couple of them, on one side of her ears. Two of them are pierced. Two rings are pierced on one side. Dressed in leather armor and carrying a broken string with two sticks on the ends, a wooden shield, and a club stuck to her hip. As she sees this monstrous creature just brushing through wood, she takes out her club, raises her shield. She looks relatively dirty and looks very exhausted almost, like she's been running for days. Panting, she just kind of lifts up her shield, and you see the club begin to glow as she looks like she's ready for another fight. So, another one appears.
Those who would like to see the image.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to find a good null picture that does not look like a crackhead. Just saying.
Another
Fair.
one appears.
So,
What do you mean by that?
Are you with the foolish bearded ginger?
What?
Conan. Are you with him? Can't
No.
see it.
That's garbage. Human.
Rubbish human.
So-
Kind of just smile. Sorry. You first.
I'm gonna say this as you two get closer, because I just realized something. You would recognize each other, because you're both, like, from the original Horde.
Oh.
You're
Wait.
both from Blood Valley, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
So you would have
Wait.
come down together.
Wait.
I mean, Storm?
Storch! Gasrog.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Storm?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my God,
it's
Storm from the Horde! Oh!
Guys, wrong?
Sure.
The club immediately deignites and returns as just a simple wooden club. She sticks it to her side. What are you doing all the way out here? It's late at night.
Ran into an issue.
Issue.
And,
Crap.
Hmm.
Seems like I'm not the only one. Are you okay?
For the most part.
You running a search
Everyone-
operation or something?
No.
Oh.
There was others. I'm hoping they got away.
Wait, you left them behind? Why? It's not like
Fortunately,
you-
no, it's not. But we didn't have a choice. The party consensus was to split apart, try to get away.
Were you attacked by those that rapier wielding fool?
Uh,
And his band of idiotic minstrels. I don't know what his name was.
some time ago, yes, but not for this.
Yeah, hold on. How damaged are you, Gazrock? I'm just curious.
How damaged is Gasrold? He is full health.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I guess and I don't have light. Shit.
Gazrog wasn't attacked once during the whole fight, I think. She was focusing the goblins mostly because they pissed her off, and then the barbarian that attacked her. Everybody else fled.
Well, should we go? Do you want to go find them quickly? I've kind of been running on by myself ever since I made it back from the fort. I'd much rather have some people with me, or at least you at least, but might need more.
Yeah, we should.
Here, and Russia is going to pull out a. Have you eaten in a while?
I always have enough food on me, you know me.
Fine. He puts away the mistletoe. I just wanted to make sure you. I don't want you passing out on hunger. I know how you. I know how you like to eat. You and your people like to eat. Come on. You play prefers.
I don't. He looks around, puts his hand into his knapsack and pulls out just a large ration of meat.
Russia just kind of chews on a good berry she had before from 24 hours ago.
Were you part of a group?
Keyword being was. They got we got separated. He got hit by a this really odd human, quite the showboater, but his second command was a crack shock like I'd never ever seen before. She even broke this, and she showed Gazrog his hurled bow and arrow, completely snapped in half, almost. It probably saved my life, but would have hit my clout right below my neck if I didn't block it with the bow.
Yeah, that is only circumstance. Luck. However, it is good to see that you're alive.
Same to you. And so, do you want to explain what happened? Humans?
Oh,
Smoothskins?
no. Hag.
Russia just kind of goes. Her ears kind of just perk up a little more, and just her face kind of drops. Oh, that's a much different situation than I'm. Much more extreme situation.
I think things would have been fine if someone didn't bring it to us.
We should probably go and find the others. Regroup. At least we try to keep the rest of them from dying. Are you good? You might need to drop a bit of the armor if we're going to sneak around a little bit.
How about you scout ahead?
Alright. Why don't you rest up for a bit. I'm going to go and find the others, okay?
Very well.
Alright.
You should be looking for a half-orc.
Just,
Maybe
sorry.
2 hobgoblins. One has wizardry garments, the other has an instrument. A goblin who appears to look like a thief. And a bundle of bones. Perhaps a skeleton with a banner.
Let me guess. Imperflicker?
Yes.
I always loved that one. Alright, I'll go and have a quick look. You sit here.
Very well.
I'll bring them back to you. And Rasha kind of just goes sprinting off, stealthily.
Prioritize your safety. If she's still in the area.
Alright. So Rasha is going to kind of hop through the trees a little bit, going, jumping from branch to branch, trying to keep a low profile, at least safe, not being able to see from straight ahead, but has to be looked up to see. Anywhere I should place my character?
So I just place it as you guys walk in. You guys can place your tokens in.
So if I remember correctly, Gazrog was over on this side.
Yeah, they fled from the left.
Yeah. Is it alright if I just get lights? I can't see anything beyond.
Oh shit! Did I not have your token set up? I thought I did.
Sorry.
It says here it's set up. Weird. Do-do-do.
Yeah, it doesn't have any thing. Sorry.
It says sight. Maybe I got the numbers backwards.
Did you assign it to me?
No, I got your numbers backwards. That's what happened.
Okay.
I put the 60 where the 1 should be and the 1 where the 60 should be. There you go.
That's
That
why I
should
can only
fix
see 1 meter instead.
Yeah. There you go.
Alright, so hop up here, down here, down in this tree, and just kind of hovers around the branch to see what you can see.
A skeleton man interrogating the goblin.
Rasha's just gonna give like a small whistle, like, over here, and just kind of give it a small wave, and just kind of hop down and slowly meander over. You with Gaz?
What? I turn around. I
Are
kind
you
of
with Gaz?
ready my flag lance pointed at your direction.
Rasha will like raise her shield and say, "Are you with Gaz?"
Slaver?
Yes.
What if I say yes?
Again, Paro Sticks, you're from the Horde. You probably have seen
Well,
Rochelle
I'm
once or
not.
twice. But you were resurrected by... you would know the Horde members because you were resurrected by Ember Flicker.
Okay.
So, oddly enough, it's the people who are not
Let's
from the
shake my
Horde
head.
specifically would know, yeah.
Oh, so I guess do you want me to do the
Yeah.
introductions again?
No, that's
Yeah.
cool. No,
I
we'll
mean,
keep going. Go.
Again, we'll say you didn't recognize each other at first because it is dark out. You might
Yeah,
not notice it was a
it is
skeleton in
dark.
full armor right away.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe I just see him like in no armor or something like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you might not recognize him immediately, like I'd had you do with Grozdak, because it makes sense because you guys were in the forest in the night.
Yeah, we can only see in grays, shades
Yeah.
of gray too, so it's.
Oh,
I
boy.
see in red.
Oh no.
Nothing
Oh
but red.
no. I see a magic user in shades of gray. No.
Oh, I kind of like put my lance back. Russia, it's you.
Ah, of course.
Coin flip, do not fail me.
Do it, man. I don't care what you do. Do it.
Yeah, God,
Okay, here we go. Alright. False alarm. False
You're-
start.
You were about to shoot Rashasha, weren't you?
I was about to just go into like, one of those hyperbolic shocks where it's all of a sudden like I see a magic user who I don't quite fully know, and I just like all of a sudden I'm just like, she's back.
I give
But,
a
yeah.
serious bow to Russia.
Rasha puts her arm on her chest and just bows back in a very militaristic style. So Flick is still active. As then?
Like
assume?
I just kind of shrug and then like gesture to my hands like looks like it.
Glad to hear.
Um.
And she kind of just like pierced aside 2 goblins.
Yeah, one of them's dead. I was.
Still very deadbeat about everything, aren't you? And kind of kneels beside the 2 goblins. Takes the pulse of the first one. Yeah. Very much. She kind of turns to Druckle.
Druckle, Druckle will immediately lash out at someone approaching the body of Vex. No!
No. Buddy.
Rasha will just back off and just kind of just put a hand out and just kind of reignite her club.
Yeah.
No, no, you did not just fucking do that!
Rasha, military knoll.
Oh, great.
God.
I say.
God fucking damn coin flip. Ah.
Take your best shot.
Druckle sees the flash of light from this glowing stick and immediately starts thinking of the magic missiles that were just being
Oh my
he was
God.
being bombarded with, and goes into a fit of essentially schizophrenic rage. Heath, I think we need to roll for initiative.
Yeah,
Bring it on.
probably.
Oh, they're fighting now?
Why did you have to ignite it? That was the one thing I said. Okay, just
Oh, no.
don't ignite. Don't ignite that damn thing, and I won't have to go nuts.
Hey man, it's good RP. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, Druckle, so...
Hey, my my sheet has been completely stripped. What's going on here?
She's been stripped.
There's
Ooh.
nothing here.
I can see it all.
Maybe
Just close
reopen and
open
close.
up again. Yeah.
Yeah, let me try to read.
Yeah, you probably had a glitch. I can see everything on your sheet.
There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Initiative.
Well, Druckle goes first. Don't forget to click on your token, though, so I don't have to add it, but I will this time.
Ah, sorry.
No worries. 1,000.
Oh wow, that's quite the initiative.
Oh.
You know what? For all intents and purposes, it doesn't matter. He's first.
Do I
1,000 initiative.
His initiative's over 1,000!
That's that haunted schizophrenic initiative.
So quick to the
fast
draw,
one?
you can't even see the draw.
I go first.
Heath? Heath,
All right.
does Gazrog hear anything in the distance?
I will say you will show up at the end of the first round.
Okay.
God. Am I still at 1 hit point?
Now, for the purposes of like making this somewhat different, I put you back up to full when you came back up from your rest.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I have no sense of myself at this very beginning, so rather than draw my gun, I'm going for just a melee attack. So I guess I just go for strength, right?
Yeah, and unless you have a finesse weapon, you're throwing punches or whatever.
Oh, nope, that's a save. Sorry, wrong one.
It's the same thing. You're not proficient with save. So you run up and you take a wild swing at Rasha, and just like whiff completely, just kind of like ineffectually beating on her fur.
You just kind of just hit the leather and just kind of bounces back. Rasha's
As
just gonna
would be
just, like,
expected
quickly
of
just brush
someone
off
going.
her leather.
"Ah!"
Rasha's just gonna look down, just kind of brush the whatever dirt was on your fist that moved onto her armor, just kind of brush it off. Mildly annoying, but whatever, I guess. Rasha's gonna drop her club and just grapple him.
Okay, contested athletics.
Sizzle.
Contest athletics, okay.
What would be for me?
Athletics or acrobatics, your pick. So this little guy was just gonna go to grab it, just kind of scurries around you like nothing.
I am proficient in athletics.
Poro Sticks, you're up.
Oi!
Just,
I
oi.
just hit him in the
It's
face
Australian.
with the blunt side.
Okay, non-lethal damage to the face.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Once again, you take a swing at him as this little guy, frantic and sand goblin, is just running around like a madman.
I just like leap over Vex's dead body.
So at the start of the combat, Gazrog, would you roll your initiative?
I mean, I guess we'd have to fix Druckels first.
Right at the bottom,
Nope, it
Druckle,
doesn't
you're up
matter.
first.
Use the ones. This is all this use hurts the vexes. Me takes you. At this point, I will ready Matilda. I'm going because I don't know anymore. But this time I have switched targets. Gazrog has just come out of nowhere, so I guess I gotta take a shot at him because he surprised me.
Yeah. So it's a disadvantage because you're shooting at a distance, and you're in melee.
Oh wait, where did he come from? How far away? Oh, he's all the way over there.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
way to ways. You technically can't see him,
Okay.
actually.
All right, no, that's way too far away. Yeah, it's a Matilda shot towards Rasha.
Okay, disadvantage because you're in melee.
Yep.
14 misses.
Okay,
This is-
another strength saving throw, I guess. I mean,
Athletics check, okay. Oh,
Rasha
Jesus.
will make sure that he's pinned.
Hey, roll your resistance, Druckle.
Athletics.
Damn.
Jesus fuck.
I'm like not even that bad at athletics. I'm actually like surprisingly decent for this group.
I've got a +5.
You have a plus. Oh yeah, I guess.
Because
Wait,
I'm a
you-
cowboy.
Wait, you have more than you have like 16 in athletics. You're a rogue. Why?
Just
To
keep
be
building.
honest, I built this character because I thought that maybe I would be able to do cowboy things. So I literally gave him animal handling, athletics, insight, performance, sleight of hand, and survival.
I mean, it's not the worst combination.
I mean, to
I
be
thought
fair,
that's
you
what a
had
cowboy sounded.
you had opportunities to use all of them, but just every time you rolled for it, you failed miserably, like your donkey ride.
It's like you almost got kicked in the head with a donkey or something.
Yeah, Puristix, you're up as you're watching Druckle fanatically run around, like just go around crazily.
This is a friend.
Just
Druckle.
restrain him. I can take the crossbow.
I try and restrain Druckle. Put him in timeout.
Bad Druckle. Spank.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jesus, 10 athletics. Fuck me. You guys just keep trying to grab this little goblin. The worst part is he's not dodging you like most goblins. He's just fucking yeeting your arms off as he's like got little crazy man strength, popping you guys off left and right like you're nothing. 'Cause these are athletics checks, so he's out muscling the pair of you. Gazrog, you're up.
Rage!
He's got Fury the Small on his side. How can
Yeah.
we compete with that?
I'm so lucky. Quill, Cam, so many people are not here right now. Just straight kill me.
Don't worry, Gazrog
That's
still might.
right,
What are
I
you
will
saying
kill
there,
you.
Storm?
Do I see Quill or Cole?
Yes, you see Quill and Cole. They're unconscious on the ground.
Oh no, he's gonna
I
just
see
show
that.
up to me attacking people while everyone else is unconscious.
Standing over the
There's
dead
like-
body of Vex. He don't know what happened.
There's like no
Glances
reason for
over
him
to
to
the
think
side.
I haven't just gone rogue.
As he makes his way over. What the hell is happening over here?
Well, let's just say that your goblin friends are not exactly as I expected them. Or maybe it is. Now that I think about it.
One's a
what do you
corpse.
mean?
As you see, just Druckle like flailing around.
Running around at the speed of sound. I'm
Just
sorry, we were talking about
imagining-
Sonic. I'm just.
This tiny 2-foot goblin wearing a poncho and a cowboy hat, just like kicking and screaming with a crossbow. You can't catch me. I've got you.
Rasha and poor Six are just like trying to handle like a small tantrum.
Sorry, Star, what was that?
Tantrum child.
Well, I mean, I use the dash action. I can't really do anything else with the power.
Druckle, you're up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Okie dokie then. So has Gazrog come into? He's come close now.
Yeah, you can see him now.
Yep.
Okay. Sheesh. He's there. Rasha's technically still right in front of me, but I've been bouncing around. Yeah, I perceive a new threat. Gazrog, you're it.
Just gonna roll double
Oh,
nat
thank
20s.
God, I do not have good at AC.
Alright, here we go. Watch me crit this and do some serious damage, and then this is really over.
It's still a disadvantage because you are in melee with 2 opponents, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I mean, just...
Rolled again. You gotta roll again because it was disadvantage. So, yeah. So, Druckle, you like pick your bow up, ready to aim. You're about ready to thing it. You go to aim, going, yeah, I got you. Then you kind of like sniff in, and then you realize you have an allergy to dogs as you sneeze and just fire off in the midair.
That!
I was like, oh, damn it, come on.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I thought he was with you.
Rush
You
at
not
your
gets the
He's about to
scissor
die.
scissor bang gets to you!
puppy.
Of course, as the best static character, I get the worst rolls. Perfect.
Hey,
Come
Druckle,
on.
resist. God, you haven't reloaded 20 yet for those. As you go to grab the little goblin, you realize this guy is ripped like a fucking tank. You're like, what the fuck?
I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action, so I guess I just continue just doing nothing.
Portal sticks, you're up.
Ugh. Pointy end.
Pointy
What?
end.
Oh shit! So Druckle, you like just shanked in the back for 11 piercing damage as Porosing just guts you.
Oh
Fucking down.
Druckle's just like hanging off the back of the stick, kind of like holding himself up as he's being swung around back and forth till he finally slides off of the spear end.
Jesus.
Alright, Porus, you have gained aggro.
That's
Yeah, bring
right. You're up.
Walk on over. Do I have my spell slots?
Did you use them up?
Yep.
I'm
Then you don't have your
completely
spell
surrounded. How have you guys not overpowered me?
Because I don't have advantage for attacks because I'm grappling you instead.
It's +2 anyways, not advantage for flagging, but
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I keep forgetting, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So it should be here.
Go wherever you want.
Is he grappled or what?
He is not grappled. Everybody's been trying to grapple him, and he keeps like yeeting them off like with his massive goblin pecs. I don't know. It's like
Gaz was just gonna knock him out. He's he's thinking about it. He's like, should I use the bladed end? Should I use the bladed end?
yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh
But
no!
instead,
Hey,
And
hey,
he's
Jack,
gonna
on
walk
the good
over.
side, Druckle now has new friends. Holy meat.
long sword in hand,
Holy
and
You're not worth sending me now, Druckle, if Holy Meat's your best friend.
Okay, 5 damage cracks you across the head, non-lethal. As Druckle, you're
And
down to 1 HP. And as you do so, Holy Meat goes, Druckle, you there, friend? Yeah. Oh, what happened to Vex? She looks over at the mutilated corpse. Oh, woo, oh, That's gonna
Stop
take
pointing
more than
it
a
out.
sleep.
Druckle, in his crazed thing, hearing someone speaking Vex's name. All right, Druckle is going to. This is probably his last turn, isn't it?
This will most likely be the last thing you turn, yes.
Druckle is going to take. No, he wouldn't be coherent enough to reload the damn crossbow. He's going to lunge at Holy Meat for bringing up Vex.
So you grapple Holy
Specifically
Meat.
Holy Meat.
So
Specifically Holy Meat.
just because nothing occurs, Druckle, you are now hanging off a Holy Meat who is hanging off a Gazrog as you're basically attached to a crotch to a crotch. It's kind of like a Russian doll.
Oh my god.
As you're hanging off the crotch, you're...
You hurts the Vexes.
I don't think I did.
So nonchalant about his goblin, like he's
Dude.
not even just hanging off. Like he's like punching and kicking and biting and screaming. Like,
Come on, Jack, just roll a natural one for me, buddy. Please.
what am I rolling?
Athletics, dude.
Uh,
Oh.
I'm actually so embarrassed.
All right, here we go.
Nope, he finally rolled below a fucking 20, but... As you go to grapple him off Old Holy Meat's crotch areas, now like Noel is trying to pull a goblin off an old man attached to an ogre. My God! Just say that out loud.
If Zaku was here, we'd need this drawn.
Yes, we would. You see, like the train of things happening. You look over at Gazrog is just thing in there. That's your turn, Porto Sticks. What do you do?
yeah, that's far enough. I attack him again. I action surge because fuck it, I hate it. I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2, so I can reroll the damage.
God,
2
fuck.
extra.
I mean, either one was the death stroke anyway.
So
did
what?
you do it with the pointy end?
Yeah, pointing in.
So just slam right into Druckle as he's like starts bleeding out, falls down as he slides off Holy Meat. And he goes, "Oh no, there goes my loincloth."
She just covers her eyes like, oh, damn it. I didn't know you had another one of you. Another one of them.
Ugh.
Guys, can you at least like put him in a tunic or something?
As Druckle
What?
slides down, he's just kind of like dazedly, sort of like, home
kind of
on
like-
Ray.
I flourish my I flourish my lance and go towards like prep for the killing blow as I pass my
You're going for the killing blow. Don't I already have to make a death save? I'm at 0.
Gazrog, you're up.
Gazwor's just gonna look down towards Druckle and look over towards Porostix.
I'm like, yeah.
Let fate decide whether he lives.
Okay,
What?
Druckle, death saving throw. That's a success. Russia.
Rasha's just gonna wipe like as Druckels sneezed earlier. Cut some of it on her arm. He's like, this is turning out to be a disaster. Oh well.
He brought them back, and now Vex is dead.
That's the other one. Sorry to hear. We can't have. It'd be probably not the best look for you guys if you come back with 2 dead teammates. And it's not gonna look good on me for coming out with 5. As much as
It's alright, Russia. No one's gonna miss Druckle if he somehow.
I'm thinking about my own honor right now. As much as that was not a fun experience, especially after 2 days of non-sleep, I think I'm gonna keep this one alive, if that's alright with you folks. We can decide fate later. For now, let's just get the
What if he
Someone
dies?
hit him.
I just won't say anything about you, like, not doing
Okay,
anything.
Druckle, roll me a death saving throw.
I was just gonna say, it's
Hold
like,
on,
just
it's my
hit
turn.
him!
You guys are just talking and talking. It's 6 seconds
Yeah.
death saving throw. You basically used all of your actions to have that conversation.
I still have my lance, like, ready for the killing blow. Like, what
Yeah.
are we still arguing about this? Let me just stab him.
So, Druckle, death saving throw, please.
Okay, alright, let's see. Go dice!
Another success. The fact that he keeps rolling 1, 1, 1, 1 is just making me laugh because a natural one will be his insta death. So.
I stab him.
Druckle's just sitting here, just like barely hanging on to life, like, I could, and you're just like, no,
Well,
stay
Rasha
down.
Rasha has higher initiative. Rasha is going to go and heal him.
Yeah, technically you guys all use Rush.
But I'm
uses-
going to give him the absolute minimum I can give. Like, I'm only giving him 1 HP at most.
Yeah.
No, if you wake me up, I'm just going to attack again.
Ah, shit, that's true. Okay,
I mean,
Rasha will
he's
kick down-
unconscious. You could pull his body away or something, but
Yeah, I'm gonna kick Matilda out of the way and then just heal him. So, let's roll for that.
You're going to regret that.
Probably.
so Druckle's back up. Druckle, you wake up to see the gnoll lady you attacked standing over you, healing your body.
Wait,
Oh my gosh. Oh, what happened? Where am I?
just...
Why do I smell liver?
is he back?
I don't know. What do you think about donkeys?
Donkeys? Wait, was that a joke?
Yeah. What of it? He says
gonna-
with this straight skeleton face.
Rasha's gonna look over to Gauss. Hide the other one.
What?
Hide the other one. Go. And Rasha's gonna keep, like, Druckle's face facing her. Like, do you know your name?
Well, I'm Druckels Sizzlebang, the fastest crossbow there is. Nice to meet you, and you might be...
Rasha. You maybe call me Rasha.
You
Scout
got a
master.
familiar face. We get in a brawl in a pub one time.
I
I
don't
feel like I
think-
might have punched it once.
Not
Oh,
that
boy.
effectively, but I don't drink. Now come on, up. And Rasha's gonna, like, make sure that Druckle does not face where Vex is.
Don't have to tell me
Come on,
twice. Oh,
Gaz like look down at the Vex's body for a few seconds, just kind of looking down before he squats down and picks up Vex's body with his. He would have sheathed his weapons and started walking off south.
just started walking.
Rosh is gonna look to Porstix. Is there anybody else that is around?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There should be a big old
Going cold.
fella and another one who's got the loot. Not really certain what that fella's thinking all the time. They should be around here.
Yeah, there's two more. They're unconscious when I left them.
Yeah, let's go and
Over
find them.
there.
Porstix,
Say, whatever happened to that old lady we were harassing? I think she took a dragon eye I had.
Also, what the fuck happened? I just kind of reformed and shit was...
I wasn't. Yeah, so I have no idea. Oh, we'll have the others explain them when they wake up. And Rasha is gonna go over to the other two that are unconscious and pull out a good berry. I know it's not gonna heal them outright and get them up to 1 HP, but I'm gonna stuff one in each of their mouths so that way they wake up eventually. Is that alright, Heath?
I mean, for the purposes of game, they're just unconscious. You don't know what the
Yeah,
hag did to them, but it's keeping them unconscious.
Yes. No, I'm just meant like just as a
Also,
stabilizer.
just so you know, I don't let the good berries be used as stabilizers.
Not stable.
you ha-
No, I wasn't
you-
gonna ask him to wake up. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, but just for future gaming references, good berries cannot bring people back up.
Okay. Then in that case, I will use Cure Wounds on both.
Yeah. Because I purposely did that because otherwise it just gives you fucking a ton of like freebie pickups, and I think those are cheesy and stupid. That you can just hand out to the party at will.
I mean, isn't that what a healer's kit does?
Healer kits do not only stabilize; they do not give hit points back unless you take a feat.
Fair enough. Would it be okay, just for maybe like RP purposes, that Quill and Cole are stabilized and healed up, but they're
Yeah, they're
unconscious?
stabilized, but they're unconscious. Yeah, they've been stabilized this
just
whole
for-
time. Yeah, nobody was on verge of dying. They were all stabilized.
Except for me.
Well, that was because Druckle decided to.
That was because Druckle. That's all you gotta say. That was because Druckle.
That's
I guess
Druckle.
we'll bring his Vex's body over towards the others.
Okay.
These two will not be able to walk, at least for the time being.
Are they alive?
Yes, I made sure that they wake up with only a few rash and bruises, but I might need to carry them.
Uh,
Yeah,
Druckle
anyone
will.
have the fog
Druckle
of
will-
death around them.
What was that, Druckle?
Druckle will grab at his side and immediately pipe up. Say, what happened to Matilda? Where is she? Where's my beautiful darling?
To your right.
Rash is just gonna say.
On your right. Oh, there she is. There you are, my pretty. I will immediately pick up Matilda and reload and reholster her.
I should have let you stab him.
I said you were
Anybody have-
gonna regret
sorry.
the decision.
What was that, big fella?
He says that
Nothing.
under his breath.
Anybody got rope?
Anybody got rope?
No.
Druckle has rope.
Hey, Druckle, do you have rope?
Gazrog pulls out the rope and hands it over to Rasha.
I don't need it right now, but I do need it when I do this. And Rasha is going to transform into a dire wolf. Wait, is dire wolves large?
Yes.
Okay. Rasha just kind of gets on all fours and just kind of her coat begins going from like a light brown to a light blonde to a full grayish fur. As she kind of transforms and also begins to enlarge a little bit into a full dire wolf.
Oh my god.
I forgot you do that.
Rasha can't speak in this form, so Rasha's just gonna shake her head, just like put him on. Put the two unconscious on me.
Okay. Boop, boop.
Are they tied down? Because you can't leave them tied down. We don't. Rasha's gonna start sprinting, and they're just gonna fall off and just.
Start
Back
failing
ahead
death
to get the
save.
ground.
Just start failing death saving throws. This was the end of Quill and Cole.
Right. No, I tied them down.
Thank you.
During a rescue attempt, they fell.
How'd
You might as
you
well
die?
throw you might as well throw Vex on there too. Maybe it makes no difference. Unless you want to carry him.
Gazro's gonna carry him.
Okay.
Like under his arm, like a watermelon.
Oh,
I was thinking more like
Not-
a dead chicken just held him by the leg.
He's just gonna carry him, like, kind of cup him in one arm.
Sizzling bodies, still smoking.
Smells
Uh,
like chicken in here.
So yeah, you're carrying him under one arm, says you could. So it is still night. Nobody has finished their long rest yet.
I say we make it at least a little further away. We can rest during the day.
You can push into the bandit camp. It's a couple hours away.
I think that'd probably be safer. Rosh will
Yeah,
follow
probably.
wherever Gazrock and Poor Sticks is leading.
yeah.
They'll lead towards the bandit camp.
Okay, so you guys push towards the bandit camp. No sign of your
Ye old
hobgoblin
hag.
wizard anywhere, or ye old hag. Which, oh man, that ye old hag was going to show up. Is when you guys were all sitting there arguing. Druckels goes insane. The old hag shows up and is like, I see, dearies, that you weren't finished.
Oh, you brought the friends.
Oh, a new playmate. I wonder how her nightmares taste.
I still need to come up with nightmares then. Shit.
So as you guys continue on traveling another few hours into the bandit camp, at this point the sun is almost starting to rise up. Coming in battered, beaten, with two unconscious party members. You see Shandar approach all of you, her giant sword, going, "What in the world are all of you doing here?"
I don't think Gazrog would have brought them to the actual bandit camp. I think
Okay.
he'd be too ashamed to walk over there. to bring like his unconscious teammates to be like, hey, we need help. So they'd stay within the outskirts just for protection if they need be.
Well, they notice you. They have they literally have scouts
Yeah.
everywhere, but she would come out and see the outskirts though. Like, they're bandits. They're literally always on lookout for guard patrols and shit.
Yeah, we'd just be on the like outer.
Yeah, and you guys aren't going to be stealthing with three unconscious party members on top of a dire wolf.
+1 Druckle.
And +1 Druckle, yes. And a skeleton in clanky armor, and an ogre in clanky armor with a -2 dex save. So, not exactly the stealthiest party. They definitely noticed you if you're within their camp area, if you're close enough to be protected. So I would still say Shandar would come out to see what the fuck is happening as you guys are covered about. So once again, what the hell are you all doing? What the fuck happened to your teammate? What happened to Quill?
Oh, that's right. Quill and Shan had a little secret talk, didn't they? I bet you something's gone awry now.
Yes, they had a secret talk.
Closely.
Mistakes were made.
No, I
Druckle
suppose-
will step forward. We got our asses handed to us. What do you think happened?
She looks over at you, Druckle. I don't know, goblin issues?
Ugh.
Goblin
Oh,
I don't know. First world problems much?
By the way, Crystal, just so you know what Shandar looks like, this is her.
She kind of looks like Yasha almost.
It's a
Except
bit.
for my-
Yeah, it's technically not a Yasha pick, but it's definitely got a Yasha feel to him.
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying it's kind of.
No, I agree with you. No, yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that. Yeah. As Shandar looks over at each of you, he's like, "Well, if your friends are unconscious and need help, I suppose you can stay near the camp."
Rasha in their wolf form just kind of just nods and just gives like a nod of respect or something like that. You know, it probably you can't really tell because she's in a wolf form.
By the way,
Druckle will
Shandar,
lift his chin, trying to look as tall as he can. Hey, lady, I got a question to ask you.
Great.
Can I have some water?
I can create water myself.
you're still a wolf, or did you shift out of wolf form?
No, I mean, it only lasts for I think an hour or two. I can't remember.
Half your druid level, so 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So yeah, you would have lost it. Yeah.
I'm just carrying them by like over my shoulders, like the rope, but I'm dragging them.
Ow, ow.
Okay. Gazrog would have slung one of them over his shoulder.
Yeah, just
Oh my
imagine
God.
Cole, for purposes of canon, Cole just being dragged in the dirt, his face being drunk through the cross.
Such a shame. He was a pretty one too.
Either way, Druckle has once again, essentially at this point, because during the walk here, I think he has realized that Vex is dead and has, rather than, gone insane, has become very cold now. Basically, this is just going to kind of translate into him having a constant chip on his shoulder.
You want water, is it?
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble. We kind of had a night,
I can create water for my already. You do not need to ask.
Listen, you stay out of this. You don't know. I want water, and I want her to do it.
Oh my god, this is gonna go... As you say that to her...
Rosh is just gonna prepare a thorn whip.
She leans...
If you want to kill him, you're free to do it.
She leans down over
You
top
don't know
of you.
me very well.
She leans down over top of you and just sneers at you. She's like, I see you want water. Well, I'll be happy to oblige you then, little goblin.
Well, might kindly.
She then
Say so.
cracks you across the head. Let me roll her attacks. So she pulls out her greatsword, just cracks you across the head with it. Oh yeah, 15 to hit for 9 damage. It's just crack.
That's one down, Druckle.
And as Druckle full collapses down, she looks over at Druckle, goes, I'll be sure to give him lots of water. You can have him back in the morning if you want. And she starts dragging Druckle's body away.
Rosh just kind of just looks over. Is like, I see why you wanted to kill him.
Yeah, and you
That
stopped
was.
me.
That
I was not expecting that, Heath.
Dude, she's a female. She's a female bandit leader. She's a female bandit leader. Just like I want it from her. I'm like, wow.
I was expecting her to maybe kick me in the gut or something. I was expecting just like, oh yeah, great sword. Here we go.
Oh, you
Because I'm just imagining she's standing like 6.5 feet tall. I'm 2.5 foot nothing. So she just takes this great sword to me, which would basically be more of a paddle if you use the flat end, and just with one swing, and the sword and my body just ground.
ragdolls immediately.
Speaking of which, Druckle, I'll let you know what happens to you in the morning.
Do I have to take a death save?
No, not at the moment.
So just curious, what time is it right now?
Morning?
So as you guys camped out outside the camp with your 2 unconscious members, I don't know if the 3 of you wish to do anything when she drags Druckle away.
Gazrog.
Nope.
Rosh is just too tired. She's like, you know what? I don't honestly give a fuck about him.
Why'd you bring him back up?
I just want to sleep right now. I've been up for 2 days. I do not have another fight in me.
As Druckle gets the entire party killed because she pisses off the bandits. So we got Noe.
We've made it clear that he is his own force of
Can't be-
nature.
Yes,
We haven't established anything. He's just established himself. Every time Druckle tries to do something, he might as well just shoot himself in the foot when he's at it. Have him stand in place.
So as you guys camp down in bed for the night, outside the fire glow of the tent of the bandit camp, secure that you're at the current time allies will keep you safe for the night. You gather yourselves and eventually wake up the next morning. Druckle! Upon your request for water, Shandar gave you plenty requests for water. As you wake up to consciousness, as you are being dunked and nearly drowned every 5 minutes, as you are just dumped into a vial of water until you basically water torture.
I expected waterboarding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me give a Constitution save to see if I can save. Or no, it wouldn't be Constitution. It'd be Charisma, wouldn't it?
For what?
To see if I can save face and not break under this.
I'd let you take a look on that. That could be will. That could be will, probably, because it's a willpower. You try to keep your wits about you. So probably a wisdom save. Because that's fear and stuff, so... Okay. you don't break.
You don't scare me.
And as you don't even get halfway through that, he's like, she just dunks you back down every time you start talking.
Meanwhile, at camp, Rosh is like, anybody want a good berry?
I would love to if I could.
Yeah, wait a minute, good berry.
Alright.
Oh, fuck off, Holly.
Can Rasha try to, like, Kobe a berry into his mouth?
Sure, roll me just a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, okay.
Oh god! Pops it right into his mouth like,
It kind of tastes like a Swedish berry, to be honest.
For the gag, you guys do notice that as he swallows the berry, his stomach actually, like, fills up for the first time you've ever seen, and he looks a little fed for, like, forever. Since a good berry literally has enough food to last you through an entire day.
Gazra gives him plenty of food.
But it's a
Yeah,
good
he's
food.
like, eat!
How much of it he actually is able to swallow when you're shoving it down his throat's another question. Anyways, as you guys are up for camp, getting yourselves back together to go, a few hours pass as you wait for season. Shandar once again returns. In her hand is a really drenched, sopping wet goblin being carried upside down by his feet as she just tosses him to the ground towards you. She's like, I'm done with the idiot. You can have him back.
Do we have to
Yeah,
take him back?
A woman after my own heart. Rasha just kind of just smiles and gives a chest pound.
Druckle will, as soon as he is able, stand up and kind of like, sort of, dust himself off. It's like, and then he will look at the rest of the party. It's just like, what? I was thirsty.
Come on, let me hang you to dry. And I try and stab him.
Oh god!
No stabbing, please, Forest Sticks. As much as I
What? I stopped. Papa.
Please, just. I just want to go. I just want to go back to camp.
I just want to go home.
I just want to go back to camp without having to drag another idiot on my back.
Who you calling an idiot?
I mean,
I-
I think it's
I kinda
pretty clear
get the-
who I'm talking about. But
I kind of get the feeling that you got something against me. You got something against me, partner?
I mean, you did have something against me. It was only your fist, but it didn't really do much damage.
Druckle will kind of confusedly. Druckle does not quite remember his fit of rage from earlier. So
Rasha does not really care. She just kind of looks at poor Styx and Gazrog. Are you all ready for another long? How long is away from the war camp?
You guys are
So
about
2
a
days?
day and a half away still. Yep.
Well, if you guys are well rested, we probably could make our way at least halfway before nightfall.
Let's go.
well rested.
Hold on. I wasn't very comfortable with the direwolf. It kind of tipped off too much. Rasha's gonna transform into a warhorse instead this time. A nice
Okay.
white mane.
It's a horse. You just turned into a horse.
And Druckle cannot ride.
Oh no!
Just to taunt him even more.
He can't ride, but he's still gonna try.
All right, do it in athletics, I guess.
This would be this
Bring
would
it
be a
on.
technical type of grapple check. Oh God! You're using the horse stats for the grapple though, not yours. So what's the
Right.
horse strength?
4, if I remember correctly.
Plus 4.
Would I have?
In the other case, he wins because you still take the 4 you rolled. So as Druckle then leaps onto the back of this horse and starts and as it starts bucking him, trying to get him off.
Yeah!
Rasha just kind of gives the most depleted whatever.
I'm like a little kid at like a pony ride. And it's just like, yeah! The horse is so just like, I don't give a shit.
No, Rasha's just given up. She's like, I've only met you for 2 hours and I can't anymore. It's depressing. Whatever.
To be fair, it was one hell of a night.
I'm
Gazrog-
just surprised. I'm just surprised. Druckles actually is able to maintain this. He's both tired, heavily bruised, waterboarded, and was still able to beat a horse in an arm wrestling. Basically an arm wrestling contest.
Actually, what's your strength again?
My natural strength is
No,
13,
for
but
the horse is plus 4, right?
Yeah, so it's 18.
That's still 9.
Yeah, it was 9 versus 10. Because I know, but it's not 18. He's exhausted. He didn't sleep. He was waterboarded all night. He's got a point of exhaustion. Yeah.
I'm just surprised, to be honest.
Just cannot beat Druckle in any athletics checks, no matter what.
Alright, Rasha, before she transforms, she's gonna look at Shadar and say, thank you for giving him drink, I guess? I mean, sure, whatever.
She looks at you, kind of cocked an eyebrow, like, you really think I gave him a drink?
It could be nasty.
It was water.
Rasha knows, probably what happened, but she's like, maybe he's just very, very clumsy.
He's literally dripping wet from head to toe.
Sopping wet.
His skin is pruned. His skin is completely pruned, like he's been in the bath for days.
I know. Rasha knows. It's just she's just making jokes about it.
Yeah, she kind of smells like, yes, well, his drink was good enough. The next time, perhaps I'll give him a drink of fire whiskey. After I light it on fire.
Yeah, maybe.
Druckle should have something to say to that, but he's too excited that he's finally on a horse.
Can Rasha roll a herbalism kit to give a recommendation of what kind of plant would be very unpleasant to drink as a tea?
That's a nature check, actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you do. You give her quite a. There's a lot of plants that would be unpleasant to drink as a tea. It's not hard to come up with a
Russia.
couple.
Rasha just goes up to Shandar and just like whispers in her ear just like a few suggestions, and just kind of gives a wink and a nod before transferring back into a horse.
Oh God. So as you guys gather yourselves together and make your way back, leaving the camp, Druckle now on the back of the pony.
I'm a war horse. I am built.
I know, which means that he's got such. Considering he's only 2 feet tall, he's straddling like he's got the worst case of fucking like the what you call
He
it.
has to lay down just to keep on.
Yeah, because what his
Arms
feet,
and legs.
his feet don't go on like you know how you're supposed to hold yourself up with your legs. His legs are just kind of like straight out V-shaped due to the tininess of the legs and the broadness of a war horse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was going to be like the joke.
He's not bow-legged. He is L-legged.
We had to tie him down with a rope just to make sure he doesn't fall.
Pretty much.
Classic.
It's like a toddler riding a horse doesn't really work without the parents holding him up.
As a kid that actually did go on an elephant, like when I was a kid, yeah, I actually have photos of. I actually rode an elephant as like a 3-year-old, and yeah, it looks pretty damn funny.
That's kind of funny. My party on Tuesday was trying to buy an elephant, or at least one of the players was trying to buy an elephant to pull their cart, until I had to explain to him, carts aren't made to be pulled by elephants.
You just put the stuff on the elephant. Duh.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like the elephant can carry it all, but it's not a cart.
Okay, so are we heading back towards war camp? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, you guys are heading back towards the war camp.
Yep. So, after like an hour or two of her wild shape disappearing, and they bought some distance, Rasha's going to go up and talk with the main group. So, what were you all doing out here anyway? Seems a bit far off from camp.
What business is it to you, newcomer?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Rasha's just gonna ignore Druckle and just continue talking. I mean, I don't expect you to be leading hordes, Gazrog. I always saw you as a ogre standing of one. One that always takes the glory for himself.
Well, it depends. We were there on a mission to recruit a troll and ogres for the horde.
That makes sense. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, actually. But
Both.
what about you poor sticks? What are you doing out here? I thought you were supposed to be bodyguard in Emberflicker.
Yeah, but with the camp already established, doesn't really need me around anymore. He's quite safe there, so he sent me to help these guys out. Mostly.
He means they kicked him out.
I'll say that again.
Don't make him say it again, he'll do it.
Before Druckle actually just gets himself killed, Rosh is just gonna turn to him. What about you, little goblin? What makes you out here? Don't exactly look like a typical horde soldier.
Well, that's 'cause I ain't. I'm Druckels Sizzlebang of the famous Sizzlebang clan. I'm sure you heard of me.
Never heard of it.
Neither heard of you nor your clan, but
I suppose for the first time in a while, Druckle will become a little crestfallen at that.
I mean, you guys didn't heard about the blood moon, so I guess.
of all the things you guys could do to actually make him go. It's just you. We don't know who you are. You've just been here this whole time. This whole time, Druckle thought you guys wanted him around because he was some big shot. You guys this whole time have been seriously just been like, who is this guy? I don't know.
God damn it, Rasha. Rasha just kind of just sighs and just goes, alright, your crash shot. Takes out torch and just yucks it. Hit.
Alright. If you didn't want your stick back, I'm going to quick draw Matilda, taking a shot at this stick in the air, I guess.
Snaps it out of the air and cracks it in half in one shot.
There, have I proven my point now, partner?
Just one shot is not enough. You need to hit on living targets to impress me, little man.
Well, then let's go find ourselves some living targets, and don't call me man, partner.
Alright, little.
You did not just fucking step on his pride. You did not just do that.
Don't call me that. Okay. That was good, Andy. That was fucking great.
Something that heavy actually requires a response. Druckle will mutter under his breath, because he unfortunately knows the truth. Yes, he is short, but that doesn't stop him from being really mad. Coin flip saved you from another battle right there, man.
It's not so much a battle as just me trying to grapple you and you failing miserably to shoot me. It's just kind of like a kid shooting a Nerf gun at his parents and just trying to run away.
Just remember, I would have advantage on that first shot because I was already armed because you made me pull out my crossbow.
But you would have to waste a turn to reload.
It's not a turn to reload. You get to reload. You get one free reload. You just can't shoot multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Right. Otherwise, the crossbow
Yeah,
would be
fair
so useless, nobody would ever use it. You just can only fire once, and then you reload.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
Yeah. It's not that you shoot, and then you got to spend another action reloading. Crossbows would be... You just can't use multi-attack with crossbows.
Okay, that actually makes much more sense, because my old GM used to do one action to reload.
That, I think, was 3E rules. That's an old-school rule setup.
Thank God that's actually not in 5e.
Yeah, no,
I never used the crossbow, so I wouldn't actually... I guess
you used the
That was
crossbow
probably
completely
why.
the entire time as Vex.
Nah, I mostly use spells, actually. I was mostly just healing and getting everybody up.
That's true.
No, mostly you were just illusioning around.
I was T-posing, like, victoriously.
T-posing around.
Yeah, but no, crossbows, you can't use multi-attack with them, but you can get... You don't have to reload, so you attack once, and then that's it. You can't... If you're a fighter,
Okay.
crossbows are worthless.
Fair
That's
enough. Okay,
why I have 3.
Alright. So, what is Chet going to... Druckle going to do that Rasha called him short?
No, that was
Under
exactly
breath.
it.
Yeah,
He muttered under his breath. I flipped the coin. He's not. It got a rise out of him, but not enough to actually knock the chip off his shoulder.
Rasha's going to smile at the other two and just give, like, a small chuckle and just continue on forward.
Gazog is unamused.
I am not amused. Yeah, that's pretty good, though.
Rasha's just going to give fist bump to Holy Meat. Thank you, sir.
See his little fist kind of make a little thing. He can't really fist pump back because he can't move his wrists because they're latched on the chains around Kazrog's stomach. But he's like, It's kind of like a little shoulder shrug.
Yeah, close enough. Don't worry about it. Don't hurt yourself too much.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Jet. That was very mean-spirited of me, but I knew I had to do it.
Oh, that was fantastic. Though I do find it funny that Rasha is right now closer to Holy Meat than Druckle.
Oh, come on. Holy Meat is amazing.
Dare I say right now, I think Holy Meat is closer to every party than anyone is to anyone else.
Oh, God.
No, you're wrong. Holy sticks on opposite sides.
Yeah, Porto Sticks and Holy Meat still hate each other. He hates you both evenly. He wishes you were both dead. So at least he does.
Oh, classic.
All right, so Druckle, having huffed under his breath, I guess, is going to stomp ahead of the party to try and save however much of his pride he can.
Great.
So
More hobgoblin
Druckle takes
nature.
point.
So Druckle can roll me perception checks at disadvantage as you guys lead forward.
Are you sure he's not actually just a very short hobgoblin? He seemed very prideful.
He's just an
No.
idiot.
Yeah.
He's just. You guys are whispering behind his back now.
Oh my
Damn,
God! So Druckle,
The uncanny natural 20 disadvantage. It's never been done before.
it's lucky it wasn't done on his bow attack, as if he had attacked you, that would have been double that 20. As he looks about, Druckle, you are pissed off, but you are bound and determined to show, even despite your handicaps of late, that you are useful to this group as you scout out ahead and look about. And due to your vigilance, due to the ability to see ahead of things and know what's going on, you are able to discover tracks of animals ahead of you.
Do I know what sort of animals they are?
That would be a nature check. The most you can gather is they're big-ish. Big? You think they're big? They're bigger than rabbits?
Like-
Bigger than a rabbit, smaller than an elephant. That's what you're certain of.
Well, okay, so bigger than me or about the same size as me?
With a 6, you really can't tell. It's not like they have big footprints. You just notice like the broken branches and basically like the normal stuff of a trail. You could gather probably. So I'll give you with the nat perception check. They're bigger than you. They would be bigger than you.
They're bigger than me. God. Of course they're bigger than me. Of course they are. Of course. Of course, the big, stupid idiot finds a challenge bigger than himself while he's fighting with the party. Coin flip, for fuck's sake. Of course I'm going to go after the goddamn footprints. No, I'm not going to say anything.
So Druckle once again wanders off with 1 hit point because he still hasn't fucking healed.
That's right, I haven't healed.
I can say you had a short rest, Druckle. You can roll short rest dice.
What would that be? I don't even know.
You roll your hit dice twice because you have 2 hit dice.
It's below your HP.
No.
It says hit dice.
Actually, I can't do that.
Why is that?
I didn't have a short rest. I was waterboarded all night.
Oh no, I let you have a short rest while you were riding Rasha.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a long rest you lost. You got your short rest. So 4, and then you can roll it one more time. 11 hit points back, so you're at 12 hit points.
So
Yay.
the amazingness of actually finally getting to ride a horse just healed you. It brought you so much energy back. It's like, finally, it happened.
I'm a cowboy now.
So as you go wandering through the woods alone, no idea what you're doing. Tracking down these massive footprints that you find in the thing, you come across a clearing eventually. And in the distance of this clearing, you look like you see what looks to be this large, shaggy animal from the back.
A large, shaggy animal from the back.
Yeah, you see at this distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First and foremost, from where I am here, can I tell if this animal or if this creature is intelligent?
No, you literally wouldn't be. I mean, to give you an idea, from the back, it looks like a bear.
Oh
I
no.
was hoping it was some kind of like magical beast or something. No, Druckle just found a bear. All right, so I just found a bear. All right. Well, Druckle's getting kind of hungry, and he doesn't feel much like sharing, so he thinks he's going to kill this bear and carve up the meat for himself. And maybe if he's feeling generous, he'll share some with the rest of the group. If they beg him.
So you're going to try to stealth. I'm assuming you're stealthing towards this thing and they're just wandering up, big gun in hand, going, "Yeehaw, bear!"
Yeah, let's try for stealth first.
Okay, give me a second. I have to do some stuff here. Because I literally did not expect this to happen, especially this way.
Druckle, can I just say, like, I really like Druckle as just a character. Oh man, I think Druckle's
I have to be. I have to be honest with you guys. When this session first started, I was trying to kill him.
I tried to kill you. I tried to kill you.
But you guys wanted to keep me alive.
I did not want you alive.
I will contrive any reason to keep Druckle alive. Trust me.
I did not want you alive.
I'm pretty sure the majority of the players are on your side for that. So as you sneak up,
My Rasha, your Vex is showing.
as you sneak up, you do avoid. Well, actually, I guess I should give this thing. 1 second, I have to roll its thing.
Well, I think Rasha is more just like, it's not gonna be best friend, but more like just like someone that's kind of
Conflict averse.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a rival almost.
So,
Like you
as
don't want to kill them, but you kind of want to prove that you're better than them.
Yeah, so as you
Oh, we'll
sneak
see
up
how long
behind
that
this, what
lasts.
looks to be this large bear from the back, and pull out your bow, the thing has yet to notice you.
Alrighty then, let's take a shot with sneak attack.
Okay, roll that sneak attack. So it's at advantage, and you get your sneak attack damage. That does hit.
Plus a D1. Why won't sneak attack fucking do its thing? There we go.
So you do 11 damage. So you hear this creature roar in pain, and when it roars and turns, you look at it, and what you first thought was a bear looks a little funny when it turns around and faces you. As where you expected to see a snout and teeth, you see a beak.
Oh, good.
It's a griffin!
It's a giant owl bear.
It's an owl bear! It's an owl bear!
And since you used a hand crossbow, you have to be within 30 feet of it when you shot it. The owl bear turns around at you, roars, and turns to charge you.
Okay,
Welcome back.
Druckle just shot an owl bear in the ass when he separated from the rest of the party.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
So
I mean,
give me
would you
one.
expect anything else?
So for the purposes of this, I will move us over. Druckle, feel free to roll initiative. I'm getting a lot of combat I wasn't expecting today.
You have Druckle, I mean, that should be expected.
Probably not for much longer.
Probably not for much longer, no.
Alright, Druckle, you can roll your initiative.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you there, Jet?
You there? Albert.
Hello.
Howdy.
Okay. So, you're in initiative.
I missed whatever it is you said.
Oh, the owl bear turns, roars at you, and charges. Roll initiative.
Oh, so it did notice me. Okay.
You shot it in the ass.
Well, yeah, but that I was under stealth. Doesn't
Yeah,
it
but
have
as
to
soon as
still
you
try
shoot-
and find me?
As soon as you shoot, you break
You
stealth.
break stealth.
Oh, okay.
That's how stealth works. Okay. Luckily, you beat its 19 initiative.
Sorry, I forgot to hit my token again.
I got it. So as the owlbear roars and charges at, looks at you, what do you do?
Let's take another shot at it.
Okay. This one is well aware where you are now, so you roll your attack. This one strikes it in the shoulders. You do another 7 damage.
I had another sharp, pointy thing on you, you ugly looking. I'm mostly angry at the party, so I'm taking it out on this thing.
I gathered as much. Anything else?
I guess I have to try and do some kind of evasive maneuver, so,
Let's try
Can I-
spinning. That's a trick.
is there like a disengage I can do to try and like put some distance between me and the owl
Well,
bear?
you're already 30 feet away from it.
Yeah, but it's charging me, right?
Yeah. Well, you got the initiative first, so you get to move first.
Right, so if it's charging at me, I need to make sure it continues to have more distance it needs to go, so I need to move back, right?
Yeah, you can retreat, yes. Purposes
then I
you need
will,
room to run, I'll move you guys up on the map so you got more distance to move.
How far do I have?
30 feet of movement.
So, here?
Yeah, and then you can also bonus action dash, because you're a rogue.
Then... I guess that's here, then.
Okay.
Let's let it get closer.
As the owlbear charges you, it uses a dash action.
This thing
I
is
made a terrible mistake. What have I done?
quite the speedy little fucker.
That's a stash
Oh,
action.
you're quick on your feet, aren't you? All right, so it dash was the action, so it's back on me again.
It's back to you again, yep.
Here we go again. All right, notch up Matilda.
Oh, that goes wide. Fling! As it comes charging at you, you kind of have a little bit of a freak out moment as you quickly load Matilda. You go up and shoot and fires into the ground by the feet, missing it completely.
Damn it!
You still have your
Okay.
movement and bonus action.
What could I possibly do? It's gonna come and get me anyway.
I mean, it would still have to use its dash action to get
Yeah.
here, so.
How do you fight an owl bear? Run in circles.
Hey,
All right.
Owlbear's
Beat the shit out of it.
turn. It will dash to get within 5 feet of you. It is now engaged with you.
Damn. Okay. All right, Matilda, you trusty silver crossbow. Hit
my
the
God.
mark.
Nope. In fact, that's a nat 1, so your crossbow jams as you fire it and you lose your bonus action. As it snaps on your head like, ah! You no longer have a bonus action.
Jesus. Oh no.
Because that's how I do both. That's unfortunate. What happens with that one spot, you lose your bonus.
So all I've got is just the move. So
All you have is movement.
that's 30 feet, right? Or
Yeah. As you dash away from it, it strikes out with its claw. Oh my god! 21 to hit, 11 damage. It just like rips you across the back.
Oh,
I'm down to 1 point just like that. What is this thing? Is it?
It's an owlbear.
we're level 2, dude.
Why did you fight an owl bear? Why would you fight a bear? Like even a brown
Look,
bear
man,
would destroy you.
Look, man, I'm full of myself, completely thinking that I am the greatest. I am the salt of the earth, and the rest of the world needs to know.
Well, you're about to be the salt of the earth, literally, as the owl bear charges you. Goes in for a beak attack. Oh god. Yep! 19 to hit! 11 points of damage? As Druckle falls unconscious? Does anybody in the party go... did anyone in the party go to look for Druckle?
No.
I'll say yes.
I will say at this point that if Russia looked for Druckle, you come across Druckle and you find him now being mauled by an owl bear.
Rasha's already in her dire wolf form's like, I'm gonna carry that bastard back to camp whether he likes it or not.
So you're in dire wolf form. Give me 1 second. I have to put it. I'll give you a dire wolf token.
Did Rasha split from the party to go look for him?
I would have to unless you joined him.
Okay. Before, if Rasha's going to leave, like as she's going to leave, Galsrook would have said, if he's gotten himself killed, I wouldn't bail him out. We've already done that too many times.
And I have already lost too much to give another death on my conscience.
He's jeopardized missions to cause the deaths.
Rasha just kind of gives like a sigh, just runs, not saying anything in return.
Hey, Russia, forget about it.
Mamma mia!
I'm running here!
I'm running here.
Just imagining while the conversation with these guys is going on, like just imagining like a movie just cutting back and forth and back and forth. Like on one side, it's like, do you know how many times he has almost got all of us killed? Cut back over. Here you go, you big ugly son. Cut back over again. And did I even mention how annoying he cut back over?
If he dies, leave him to die. Cuts back over. He's just getting ripped apart from a bear. Oh god. So moment.
Rasha is now engaged with an owlbear.
So Rasha comes running up as an owlbear. Yes, I will say, and engages it. Used its dax action to reach it as this direwolf leaps leaps towards this fucking dire bear.
What I still have. So apparently, I can actually roll with a monster sheet if I have access to it. Would it be?
Yeah,
alright
you
if I
can.
have-
Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find you a token for the damn wolf.
Like even just a regular roll would just be fine.
Give him the ward. It's already there.
That is true.
That is true.
Make it simple.
That
Let's
did not
see.
be.
I wonder.
But yeah, so Jesus fuck, the hilariousness of all of this. Just had to go poke the bear. There's literally a cowboy statement about poking bears.
I only just remember.
Don't go poking the bear.
And Druckle's about to get hit by like the horn. He's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'm not supposed to poke bears."
Yeah, it's just like, that's right, poking bears is a bad thing.
No, like
Mama
just, like,
always
just,
told me.
just cut back to like Druckle in his like kid years, like he's talking to his father. He's like, "Now remember, son, never deal with bears." Ah! That's right, Dad. I forgot.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. I'm coming, Daddy. I'm coming.
I'm like laughing so hard I'm red in the face right now.
Okay, there you go. I gave you your token, the direwolf sheet for you, and I put the direwolf on there for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this has just been the roast of Druckle. This has just been the roast of Druckle the hour.
So I will say, with your dash action and everything to save to get the Druckle in time, you dashed all the way there and reached him. So you can roll initiative for the start of the new initiative round.
Okay. It doesn't have initiative, does it? Shit.
Yeah, yes, it does. You see that little initiative button on the right side next to the armor class? Yeah.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Hold on, I need to...
Yeah, I gotcha. You clicked on it. I can add it.
Thank you.
Guys, it's 3 times in a row, you people.
I know. I'm sorry, I was expecting to be as Rasha, and I just clicked
That's
on
fine.
my-
I'm just teasing, man. So Druckle, your start of the turn. You know what to do.
Didn't I already?
Death saving throw? Oh, you did. I missed it. Sorry. So, yeah, 1 fail, 1 to go as Druckle... the owl bear turns to the large predator next to it and goes forward and... You know, I don't even know how an owl bear would growl with a hoot.
Just
Ooh,
nobody
let
knows
the
that.
dogs out!
If I remember
God.
correctly from the Final Fantasy that I played, it sounds something like.
Yeah, something like that. 11 to hit. What is the AC of a direwolf?
14.
So it misses as it goes off the bones of the direwolf form. Goes in for a beak attack. 15 hits for 13 damage.
Alright, I'm down to 14 hit points.
You're making a grave mistake.
Yeah,
Yes.
You just made this character.
I know, and it's the best static character I've ever made.
Direwolf's
Whatever.
turn.
Don't sacrifice it for Druckle.
So you are capable of picking Druckle up and running if that is your option. You do have the speed to outdistance the fucking owlbear.
Yeah, I know,
Just
one.
kill the bear! Kill the bear!
I don't think I could. if I
You
wanted to.
cannot.
Kill the bear!
Actually, you know what? I actually probably could, actually. If,
For my pride, kill the bear!
Ooh, 10
20
piercing
hit.
damage as you hit it.
Yeah. Woo! And that's pretty much all I can really do. I guess I can move close.
Well, it's prone
like
right
around.
now. Or no, I gotta roll saving throw. Okay, it's not prone, never mind.
And the Rosh is just gonna growl at it, just kind of intimidatingly, like trying to have it back down.
He's gonna die to his death.
I know, and that's gonna make me feel guilty as all shit.
Druckle!
Bye.
To roll
He
a
literally got
death saving throw.
Here we go!
Success!
Going at 50-50, dude.
Just die already.
The whole party's just cheering for Druckle to die. Owlbear attacks the direwolf.
Alright, bring it on.
25 to hit for 16 damage.
Alright, so how much did I take last time? I took...
13, so 29 damage total.
I'm up still with 8 hit points, so...
Okay, beak attack. 19 to hit for 12 damage.
Alright, so that means I have taken 3 damage on my regular form.
And that was your second beast form, so you're out because you turned into a horse this morning.
Rasha will turn back into regular form.
He's literally gonna die for this man.
Alright. So is it my turn?
So how's it going, Gazra?
Yeah, because you would be whether you were like a 6 or whatever.
So how's it going, Gazrock?
Is Gazrog near?
It's your call. If you decide to go look for Rasha, you'd probably be hearing this by now.
I swear to God, if I die because of you,
I like how
I'm
defeated
gonna come back
Storm
and haunt
sounds.
you in the forest for all of eternity.
We're gonna all die.
Get back up with 10 hit points.
Well, I mean, honestly, an owlbear's not that tough for a party, but you're going at it
it's not
one
that
at a
tough for a party.
time.
Yeah.
Alright, Druckle, you're back up for,
You healed me instead of yourself.
You lost 3 hit points, I'm fine.
So, Druckle, you come back to consciousness as once again you look over to see the knoll healing over top of you.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my club.
Oh, yeah, that is a that's a cantrip. Okay.
Shillelagh.
Druckle, you are up as you are lying on the ground as this owlbear is battling the knoll.
Hey, what you doing? That's my kill.
Then hurry up and kill it.
Why didn't you say
Oh
so?
God.
Druckle, does Druckle get an action?
You do get an action. You
All
are
right, here
engaged
comes-
with it, though, so do remember. So it's a disadvantage shot if you don't move away.
Gotcha. If I move away, does it take a swing at me?
Unless you use you can disengage as a rogue, though, as a bonus action. So
Okay,
and then
so
move, and then you can still attack.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll disengage. So
Okay.
here, right, to not be a disadvantage. It doesn't have cover, right?
it doesn't. No,
Okay. All right, and I'm not at disadvantage from this distance.
you are not. You have to be more than
All
30
right.
feet away to have disadvantage with the hand crossbow.
Okay, here we go. Go, Matilda, go.
That hits, and add your sneak attack.
Oh, right. Dang it. Sneak attack.
Ah, shit, I need to add Shillelagh Club.
So 9 damage. This owlbear is looking pretty pissed off right now. It's still alive.
Wisdom, it is...
You guys will be allowed to roll initiative after this turn order, unfortunately, because the way a direwolf moves outpaces you two fucking considerably.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
It's almost double your guys' movement. The owlbear looks over at the knoll that's been turned from a... Owlbear confused to see that the giant wolf stood up on 2 legs and shrunk somehow. Doesn't really care it attacks. Though the size and shape kind of changed, it kind of looked like going from a monkey to a man. So,
Idea evolved.
makes 2 attacks, one with its claws. 14 to hit and misses.
Alright. Actually,
what-
I have better AC as my regular form than my animal
Yep.
form, so that's good.
And beak attack. 13 misses.
Awesome.
Lucky those missed, because those would have downed you. As the bear is unable to just get you. Rasha, you're up.
Alright, time for a good old Shillelagh Club to the face.
That hits for 8 damage.
Here. No, Shillelagh, it stays active for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like Smite where you have to hold concentration to hold it. Okay. I guess that's all I can really do at the current moment, other than maybe use a healing word, but that's not really important at the current moment, so I'm fine. Alright, Druckle, get another good shot in.
Don't mind if I do.
Actually, at the start of this turn, the other 2 can roll their initiatives if they'd like.
Alright, yeah.
I bet Druckle's gonna say like, "Oh, it's my kill." Yes. I will roll to abstain.
Okay, Druckle, you're still up first.
I did take a roll here.
Oh, that missed completely. And once again,
Should
you
I
fire.
take another shot just because you didn't know?
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah.
notice, but it's, so many other things were happening. But yeah, you missed with an 8. Flies over the head. The owlbear's turn. It circles around Rasha and goes for 2 more strikes. That's a miss. That's a miss. It's rolled like crap.
Rasha-
Lucky you.
Rasha's just holding up her shield like, thank God I brought this along with me.
Kazrog, you're over to see a fucking owlbear trying to maul your druid.
It's gonna, I guess, dash on over.
Okay. Paro Sticks, you're up.
I just walk.
Gazroad
Take
was
a
contemplating it,
stroll.
but he needs to be within distance. He's just gonna stand at the edge and watch.
Taking a stroll.
Rasha, you're up.
Alright.
Sorry, what were you gonna say? You're up.
Am I in range with Druckle?
For with a javelin, you have a disadvantage strike.
Cool. I will pretend to. It's so far away, so I'm just like, oops, my hand slipped.
Disadvantage,
Oh.
thankfully.
Oh, damn.
Right. Here you go.
So that will miss Druckles. As you're fighting off, you see this javelin just fly over your head. Rasha, you're up.
Oh shit, did I do that?
Hey, you big pile of bones! What are you aiming at?
In case you've forgotten, we have a bigger target than Druckle. Literally.
I didn't
Yeah.
ask for none of y'all help.
Yes, and you
Yeah,
would
don't help.
That strikes it,
You
and the
weren't gonna
bear
give it.
is still up, unfortunately, but just barely.
Rasha's gonna swing upwards and crack it in the jaw.
Yeah,
Try
the
to make
bear's...
it bite its own tongue.
The owlbear looks awful. Druckle, your attack.
Here we go again.
Oh, nice.
Well, it only
Nope.
had 2 hit points left, so how do you want to do it,
Oh.
Druckle?
Oh my god.
I think it'll give a thunderous roar, and Druckle will fire Matilda, and the bow will sort of careen through the air and straight down its throat.
So, Rasha, as you crack the thing in the jaw, kind of bringing his head up, it roars to come down upon you to strike you. As it does so, an arrow pierces its throat, causing it to collapse. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to roll its attacks to see what would have happened next round. That would have
Oh, boy.
missed. And that would have hit for 18 damage and knocked you unconscious.
Damn. Nice shot. See, we could have taken this thing on by ourselves, Druckle.
I was trying to take it on my own just for you.
To be fair, the
Druckle will,
owlbear should have killed Druckle. I didn't give his second attack to eat Druckle alive.
Well, you don't need to impress me, Druckle. I'm already.
I don't
very
need to impress anybody. The Druckle will begin stomping up to the carcass, looking to, I guess, carve off some meat for himself.
Seeing what's going down, Gazrock has turned around and started leaving again.
I just
Sure.
kind of like Autobots roll out towards the javelin and roll away.
Just curls into a ball and just tumbles.
Okay,
Just
Druckle.
like tumbleweed pile of bones.
Feel free to
Dramatic
roll me a survival check to see how much you can get off this owlbear.
Actually, would it be alright if I assist? Because I'm actually proficient in survival.
That is, you may do so.
Awesome.
I don't know if Druckle's going to have a problem with someone else going after his kill, but okay.
Technically, assisting you means they're just helping you do it.
Okay.
I'm just picturing like Rasha's just giving advice, like, "Shut up! I know how to do it."
I know what I'm doing. Is you cut up this piece. You get about, I'll say you get like, given the size of a bear, 10 days worth of rations that exposed.
bear meat smells really strong when you cook it. Okay.
Bear meat. This is owl
it supposed
bear
to be
meat.
very gray?
This
Is
is
it supposed to be
owl
like
bear
gray
meat.
and disgusting looking?
Bear meat? I
Yeah.
don't know if it's gray and disgusting looking.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it's red meat
It's
still.
just very gamey.
Yeah, it's very gamey.
Russia
But
is going to try to.
To
go
be
for
honest,
the
bear
claws.
meat can taste pretty tasty if you cook it right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I never had bear meat, so I don't know.
Only had it once, and I had to go to a special restaurant to eat it. It's generally not advised to eat bear meat because they're usually full of trichinosis.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but they are because they are omnivorous. Their meat is really gamey.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, generally anything that eats meat tends to have pretty gamey meat.
No,
Does
that's
that
not
mean we
true at
have
all,
gamey
sir.
meat? Does that mean humans are gamey? That's the real question.
Most of the time, anything that is a herbivore will have a pretty neutral taste. Anything that is a carnivore will actually taste pretty sweet because they are eating meat. But omnivores taste gamey.
Fair enough.
Ironically, you generally don't eat carnivores, though.
Yeah, aside from fish, there aren't that many carnivores we eat.
Yeah, well, yeah, generally because, one, they're usually more disease-ridden because carnivores have more for whatever reason. I know that's a fact.
That
Because
is
they
true,
eat meat.
yes.
That's why.
Yeah,
They eat rotten flesh.
yeah, and fucking, I mean, that's the thing, is like, and like, oddly enough, most of the, like, trichinosis is an omnivore thing, right? That's why we get it from pigs,
Mm-hmm.
right? So why bears have it. Okay, so you guys get some bear meat, and you've successfully killed the owl bear.
Huzzah.
You gather up its meat and head back to the rest of the party.
One last thing.
Yep.
I want to speak.
Sure. Yeah, I see you got the beak off, too, with a 19 survival, which I just realized is flat because you should be at disadvantage on all fucking ability checks because you're exhausted.
It's a good thing I gave you advantage.
Which, fuck, you know what? I forgot. That a stealth is an ability check. You should have rolled a disadvantage when you started this fight on the stealth check.
Uh-oh. Well, let's see
Well,
how
that's
that
a
would
back-
have turned out.
I'm curious, yeah. You can roll me one more stealth just to see what would have happened. That would have gone really bad, as the owl bear would have charged you immediately and just ripped you to shreds.
Well, bad DM, bad DM.
So it's his fault that you're so bad.
Look, no, it's Dungeons and Dragons' fault that Druckle is still alive. Have you
Dungeons and
seen
Dragons'
how
fault
many?
Anyway,
Have you seen how I've been rolling? This game wants me to be alive to spite all of you.
Pretty much, it seems that way.
Well, technically, he did die.
Yeah, that is true. You did die against the hag when you weren't here, but to be also fair, Jet technically wasn't rolling.
Yeah.
Rasha's gonna go over to Druckle and kneel down beside him like, that was quite the admirable shot.
Well, of course. I told you that before when you asked me the first time.
I'm glad you're
Is
not
that
disappointing.
Is that a good body shot? Have I proven myself? Does the world not know the Fizzle Bang name?
No.
Rasha just
You can
reaches
tell
under
you-
the chin of the owlbear, pulls out the arrow. That wasn't a body shot. That was a head shot. Much more impressive. And hands the arrow back.
How does Druckle do? Because that's like you attack on his pride, but also it was a headshot, so uplifting his pride. was like-
Rasha is both insulting and complimenting.
I do not believe Druckle is smart enough to know how to react to that.
Fair. Well, that's right, I think.
All right, guys, that was fun. Druckels' temper has cooled down now, and he is laden with owl bear meat. So I don't think Druckels going to be trying to start any more trouble today, barring some catastrophe.
I mean, honestly, all I was expecting for you guys to do was RP till you get back to camp and end it for the party. But okay, as we continue moving forward, as the swan song of Druckels, the tale of Druckels' swan song continues today. No matter what the party does, they just can't seem to get rid of him.
It's not no matter what the party does. It's
what
Russia.
he does.
Russia's keeping that boy alive.
Yeah, Russia's actually keeping him alive. He should have been dead. If Russia didn't go to he should have been dead.
Yes, that's fair. Rosh's puppy dog mother instincts won't let the small child die.
I do believe I should have been dead like 4 or 5 times over by now.
You should have.
Tried to kill him.
Guys, I will admit, it is partially out of guilt for having so much shit just happen last session as a player. So there's a slight guilt to all of this.
There's no guilt here.
I want him dead.
Just the party.
The whole party demands justice.
You guys continue on your way anyways. Now with the new laden bear meat, you guys make camp outside the war camp. With the 4 of you together.
Wait, are we at the war camp or?
No, you're still on a day off.
Okay.
Okay, we're a day. I was gonna say, it's like, holy crap, we was just like 1 day later after all that, nothing happened.
Well, I'm still rolling, so don't be so certain.
Nothing happened.
Again, another wyvern attack.
If I rolled another nat
Please.
1, it could just
Take Druckle away.
So he grabs Druckle. They're like, "No, Druckle, don't
Oh,
go."
no.
Oh no, Druckle was taken. Just let
I mean,
Druckle
Druckle
come.
would
Rush
taunt
is like, I
it.
saved him once already. I don't need to save him again.
Druckle comes
Druckle
back.
would taunt it.
Druckle just comes back somehow, still alive. Pop that wyvern down, and like, just the wyvern just happened to
I
get hit by
come
like
back riding the wyvern. The wyvern's the mount now. Somehow. Some kind of off-screen miracle occurs, and Druckle's just like, who needs horses?
I think the wyvern is just more just like, oh, shut up. If I bring you back, will you stop talking to me?
Wyvern's
I
looking
said
at us
you
like,
win, will you get off my back?
oh god. A rock attacks.
Somehow Druckle would find a way to attack a rock. And the arrow would probably ricochet off of it, hit him, I'd go unconscious, get healing word
Yay!
again, and somehow we would defeat the rock.
To be fair, Jet, when I said rock, I meant ROC.
Oh, the big rock.
I'm just picturing Druckle has lost so much of his marbles at this point that he's decided to take his aggression out on rocks. It's like, what you fucking say to me, you little shit?
they're all fucking-
I'm the greatest crack shot in the West.
You know what? I just imagine he shoots a random rock and just pisses off an earth elemental that attacks the party, because that is what Druckle does.
Anyways,
Yeah,
during the night.
Yeah, during the
Oh,
night,
God.
who is taking their watches? Yeah.
Gazrog will want to speak with Rasha
Okay.
at some point.
I'll go on every watch but the...
So
Fair.
Gazrog and Rasha speak, so yeah, we'll do that first. We'll say as you guys
Okay.
set up camp.
I don't know why you keep trying to bail him out of mistakes that he's putting himself into his own position.
I mean,
You know, you could have very well died.
I mean, isn't that the point of a scout? To be
It's
the
not the.
first liner.
I don't think he was particularly scouting. More along the lines of looking for something to kill. You could have avoided that albeit easily.
Sorry, 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Listen here, you. That owl bear made fun of me. I just interjected. It's just like, I heard what you said, and I.
I'm in deactivated mode in the corner. Just a pile.
I do believe at this point Druckle has, like, from the sake of fatigue, probably collapsed.
Considering you're on like 48 hours of being up, yeah.
Waterboarded for like 10 of them.
Yep. Just fucking like did you expect that one coming, Jet? Just be waterboarded for like an hour?
I was expecting her to just like kick me in the gut, take a bucket of water and throw it at me, and then I'd have like a bucket over my head, you know, or something like that. But no, I wasn't expecting her to like just crack me unconscious, pick me up, and just waterboarding me. Like, you gotta imagine how much water got wasted that night, considering the fact that if you're dumping a dirty goblin into it over and over again, you're not gonna be able to use it for anything else.
It was their it was their bath barrel, man.
Sorry about that. Just need to lend some help to someone.
That water was salted.
Y'all need to freshen up a bit more.
Druckles. I just, you know what you did though? I'm like, yeah, she's that vicious and vindictive. Anyway, so back to the chat with Gazrog.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said, Gazrog? I apologize.
I don't know why you keep bailing him out for mistakes he's making on his own. He's putting himself into these situations that are dangerous to the party, jeopardizing our mission.
Maybe I just, well, before I joined up with, let's say, you lots, interesting lots, I kind of may have lost my own team, and I think it'd be better if we all stuck together rather than split up, as much as Druckle may be found annoying to some of you. I think he might still be useful in some ways.
Oh, I thought that once upon a time.
Maybe.
Since that night, no. Ever since that night, he's no longer anything but a liability. And I'm sure
Achoo!
Continue, Gazrog.
You guys know that old wives' tale, like you sneeze when someone's talking about you
we
behind your
got
back.
when Quill wakes up, and when Raznov gets back, if he's alive, I'm sure that they will say the same thing. Neither of them will wish to work with him in this group.
Which one of them is called Quill, actually? I never got their names.
The half-orc one.
Full orc.
Full orc.
Beginning.
It is kind of hard to tell between the two. I think the difference is one of them's shorter, but no matter.
He's green.
Yes, and what about the red one?
That one is Cole.
Huh.
They've been... What? Others say that he's annoying. I just say that he hasn't shown that he can be serious in a situation, although he's quite useful. Unlike some.
Funny. I was considered annoying and unuseful in my own adventuring group. I was the youngest of them, and I had no combat experience, and yet I'm the one that somehow lives. It's weird. But I was able to get the job done. I was able to get the plans. I mean, the plans for the reinforcements. So maybe Druckle may be annoying now, but he can be someday the asset that flips the tide of battle. Never
You
forget
literally had to go save him because he angered an owlbear by himself without alerting any of the party members. If you had not reached him in time, if you had not dropped your form, he would be dead.
Actually, the drop form was not on my intention, to be honest.
I know it wasn't.
Well, until he wakes up, until he proves a detriment to me, I will try to keep him alive. As much as some do not care for it in this party. Besides, it's not
I
me to
advise-
judge if they're kicked out of the horde. It's only the chieftain that can decide.
You do not know him as much as well as we do. I advise that if you are to prioritize others, that you prioritize others that are more useful. He's not even worth being a slave at this point.
Asher just kind of gives a scratch for chin. I guess we'll see about that in the morning. For now, I'm pretty well taxed. I'm gonna go and take a rest. Do you want me to cover the first shift or middle shift?
I'll cover the first shift.
Cheers. And Rasha's gonna get up and take out her blanket and just wrap herself up and just lay by a tree and just snore a little bit.
Okay.
First shift.
So you guys, who's taking first shift can roll me a perception check. So, unfortunately, as you guys, Rog, sit down for your shift to look over it, you're having a hard time concentrating as you just hear Holy Me going, you know what, you should probably be a little more, gentle with that woman there. She's had a bit of a rough go. I mean, she just wants to look out for the little feller. As Holymead prattles into your ear the entire time, making it very difficult to fucking be observant.
But do you really think he's that useful?
I never said he was useful.
Hey, Jet, mind just moving your mic just a tad bit away from your mouth? It's just giving the wind tunnel vibe.
Oh no, that's my fan. Sorry.
Oh yeah, your fan's
okay.
blowing into it, yeah. He goes, I suppose it's true he's not the most useful goblin, but hey, I mean, worst case scenario, right? I mean, if you ever need to go in a place where there's traps, put them first.
That's what I was.
True.
Regardless, we just have to wait until Quill and Raznov, if he's alive, gets back and are awake. I'm sure they have plenty to say.
That's true.
Actually, that brings up a good point. The entire party's put together except Raznoth. He's the only one that's not around. He's by himself entirely.
Yeah.
I just realized shit.
The poor wizard. On his lonesome.
You just hear in the distance, I need healing.
Our bears. Why did they fucking have to be our bears? It's just... Who killed this owl bear of mother and fucking... It's like, just see him like running away as like owl bear troop is like hunting down old horde members now.
But yeah, if nothing's happened on my watch, then
Yeah, nothing occurs as you and Holy Meat just have a conversation and move forward. And the next watch begins.
I guess Druckles up. Oh, nope, okay.
Well, I'm on all the watches now, because I'm a skeleton boy.
Yeah, there's 2 more watches left, so...
I feel like Druckle needs the sleep and
For the purposes of Druckels' exhaustion, he's probably not going to be good for a watch tonight.
But if you convinced him,
I don't think anyone would wake her.
I would kill you in your sleep.
So feel free to roll me your perception check for your skelly boy there, D-Rap.
Is no one around? Is no one else awake?
Nope. There's only 4 of you here, and Druckels asleep.
Now's my chance.
4 of us and Druckle.
Oh, 3 of you and Druckle. Everybody else is unconscious. You look about. Yep, the night goes by. Nothing seems to occur tonight. As you finish your Rasha, you wake up to take a watch if you wish
No,
so.
wait.
Oh.
Oh no.
I have to carry Druckle.
Are we going for an assassination? I did let my guard down.
So what are you doing, D-Rap?
I want to lift Druckle up gently.
Okay.
With
And,
with
like-
the sharp side of the pointy thing.
And take him I'd say 50 feet away from the party. Gently put him down. Go make sure it's all comfy. And then just, point the flag.
Okay, first off, that is
Yeah.
you still need to make a stealth check to see whether or not Druckle wakes up, because you are lifting him.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
At
Oh my
disadvantage,
God.
because you're still in your metal armor.
Yeah, that's fine. 8.
Druckle, you
Ooh.
wake up to see the skeleton pick you up.
Well, here now, you old. Because I'm still
Yeah,
exhausted,
yeah,
even
yeah,
though I'm
go-
awake.
Go to bed.
Here, you old. What do you think you're doing? Get off me! Get off. I don't need a hug.
No, I'm not hugging you. I'm putting you somewhere more comfortable. Piece of shit.
Oh, I've never seen a party member so hated
Well,
before.
I like my sleeping bag. What?
I'll bring the sleeping bag to you. I pick it up. Motherfucker.
Smack you around later. Let me sleep.
I think he'll just let me carry.
If he is, yeah, if he's not resisting.
Well, okay, hang on. I got a coin flip.
I for one.
Yeah, he's not
welcome
resisting.
Honey. Porous
He is
sticks
too.
overlord.
He's too disoriented to resist.
I have Druckle in one hand, his sleeping bag on the other hand.
You actually
just like-
bring the sleeping bag.
Look, man, sometimes I just gotta grant the last request of someone I'm about to kill.
Oh, please tell me you're gonna do the Friday the 13th kill. Sleeping bag against the tree.
Nah, that seems like a lot of effort.
So in any
It's just
case,
far away enough that if he does scream, it'll take a while for them to come to us.
Jasper doesn't care. You're just waiting on Rasha to not save him, basically.
Yeah, just put in the sleeping bag and put Druckle in. Here you go. And fold in the sleeping bag in such a way that it'll be hard for him to escape.
sleeping bags and medieval sleeping bags
is
don't
it
really
medieval
have that
sleeping
kind
bag?
of zipper system. It is just
That's
literally
okay.
a blanket and a piece of fucking
fine.
cloth. Yeah.
I'll
Tie
wait
me
10
up
minutes.
inside the sleeping
Tie you up. Yeah, just make sure it's nice and comfy. Just
with my own rope.
Okay.
Alright.
No, as much as that's a good idea, If he's dazed enough, I would have left Matilda where it was.
I don't know.
I
I
just
think
grabbed
Druckle
the
probably
bag.
sleeps with Matilda like a fucking security blanket, knowing him.
What is this, the purge, man? Are you gonna do it or not? Come on.
I
Come
gotta
on,
make sure
pull the trigger, sucker.
I have to make sure that all of the factors in case you fight back are as low as possible. Cause boy, I want you dead.
Okay, roll your advantaged attack, D-Rab.
Okay. Please, just die.
That misses completely. So Druckle, you wake up as you're a fuck right next to your head as the thing pierces down at your head. You wake up to see the skeleton's eyes glowing over top of you, holding a spear, trying to murder you in your sleep.
Oh, I got the bug.
How?
I got it. I got the bug. It tried to crawl into your ear, and I got it. Oh, I lift up the spear.
All right. Druckle, I guess, needs to. Oh, that's right. I have to go disadvantage because of the hag to see if I believe him or not.
No, that's
right?
wisdom. That's perception. Your insight is completely untouched by the hag.
Okay. Let's see if I believe you, Porus.
24.
I don't think I believe you, Porus.
Why?
Oh!
It's the same. My deception's the same.
So it's
But I
24
rolled
versus
insight
20.
instead.
Yeah, so he still doesn't believe you.
He's exhausted, right? He should be at disadvantage.
Technically his he's had his sleep now because of the rest.
So I'm back up
Also,
to full health.
dude, man, that's a bullshit lie. I was gonna get if you're deceiving, that is a disadvantaged lie. That is ridiculous.
Okay, I'll try again.
Right, that lie is not a lie that anyone would believe. It's a disadvantage. I was trying to get a bug with the spear by your head. It's like dragged you
Like,
away
Porus
from
might as-
camp.
Porus might as well have looked at me and said, "Insert generic lie."
Pretty much.
Line missing. Please update.
Okay, Druckle,
Error
Por-
404.
as he-
Well, all right, hang on. I gotta. Let's see. Is Druckle going to take this like, well, I totally saw that coming, or Druckle's going to take this like, oh, you totally had this coming?
You know,
Coin
Jen,
flip.
why is he Two-Face? I'm just curious.
Because he is.
Oh,
man.
me? Oh no, I literally use this coin for how my decision making goes, because technically, even though Druckle is me, I am not Druckle. Druckle gets to make his own choices. The coin is Druckle. And Druckle says, it's time for some dead skeleton.
Dead skeleton.
It's time to you done it now.
Okay, so as
Alright.
I once again have to bring up the combat map with the whole party missing.
Let me kill you!
As the pair of you are standing next to each other.
Yeah, I'm melee.
There we go. That's 50 feet.
We hear the mute. You two may feel free to roll your initiatives.
Please.
Where is my token?
You literally cannot actually not beat that, Druckle. A natural 1 will beat Paro Stick's initiative. Jet, you forgot to click
did
on
I
your
do it?
token again.
Well, no, I couldn't find it. Where is my token?
It's right here.
It's in the zoom out when you can't see your
Oh.
tokens, guys.
There it is.
Yeah.
My bad.
No worries. Yeah, there is a zoom out feature. Gazrog, are you going to... Yeah, so you guys are still asleep while this is happening, so one round of combat will go by, then you will wake up.
Oh, I always knew you were gonna turn.
So you use half your movement to stand up, Druckle.
Okie dokie. I'm not moving. I'm standing my ground.
So
Hey.
much is happening.
Let's go for a quick draw on Matilda.
You are at disadvantage when you're in melee, just so you remember.
Yep.
That hits!
Oh my god.
This 9 damage pierces like right into the eye socket of Parosix, rattling his head.
Ow. Ow.
Hurts.
Druckle at
doesn't
low
it?
health? Is Druckle at full?
Druckle's not at full.
Druckle's
He's still
Oh,
at
he's
10.
not at full health.
Okay.
Rasha, you hear that very loud sound of a metal of an arrow hitting metal, and it kind of disturbs you awake.
Not again. It was such a good sleep too.
I thought we had the first round fine.
You did, but that's what they wake up. But that's his entire thing. Grozrog, you have the same problem. Now it's Porostix's turn.
Just die.
Jesus.
Just die.
5-8. So you hit him for 5-8. Druckle, you can get stabbed in this chest for 5 damage.
Wow.
Also second wind.
Okay.
3. It's cool.
Druckle, your turn.
Um,
Oh. Technically, you
Yeah,
have
no,
not
that's
taken
fine,
a
that's
short
fine.
rest, Porostix, so yes, it's Druckle's turn.
Oh, you want to get ornery? I can
No, I
get
didn't
ornery.
actually search today.
Oh, wiki. So that one misses. Okay, Rasha, what are you doing? As you're hearing combat in the woods away from you.
How far away? Okay. Rush is
How
just gonna
far
go
away?
by the tree.
Okay.
Just... Really? Just gonna play her hand on her forehead, just like, okay. You know what? This is getting ridiculous. Rosh is going to attempt to thorn whip. Por sticks his weapon out of his hands.
That will miss.
Dang. Okay.
Gazrog is up.
Gazrog's just gonna walk over and watch.
Gets out the popcorn, just starts chewing.
It's like, look, guys. At this point, I just want to see something change.
Porostix, you're up. That's a complete miss.
And that's it. I'm gonna do anything else.
Druckle, you're up. That hits for another 7 damage.
Why?
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 If Druckle kills
Oh.
Porostix, like that's gonna be the biggest upset ever.
Range attacks in melee kills me anyway. Like, what the fuck?
Rasha, you're up.
Rosh is, like, at first is like, you know, I really should stop this, but now I'm just kind of curious to see if we'll pull it out in the end.
In the end, Druckle really was the master of the universe.
Rosh is just gonna scratch your chin. Do I save him or don't save him? Don't want to waste a healing spell. And he's gonna cast Thorn Whip again to get the weapon out of Druckle's
okay.
hand. I mean, of Horse.
Oh, that will hit it. So I will say with that, make me. So that gets the weapon. For the purposes of this, it's an athletics versus your wisdom modifier.
My wisdom modifier?
Yeah, your spellcasting modifier is the difference. So it's a 13. You got to roll be a 13 to pull that. Whips the freaking weapon outside of Porostix's hand.
Cool.
Oh,
So I
God.
don't have the flag.
Are you two done yet? I know you guys enjoy having a dick measuring contest, or in Porostix's case, a boner. I don't know. I lost track of this. Just go.
Oh
already.
no!
Fucking
Oh no, partner! when you pull the trigger, you pull it for real. This ornery one pulled the trigger.
Kazrock, you're up.
Sorry, you don't try to kill someone in their sleep and they just be like, okay, sure.
Kazro continues watching.
Kazrock, okay. Porosticks, you are now weaponless, where you've lost your spear.
I lost the flag, but
I lost
get
the
long
flag.
sword,
And I will win the war.
Okay, so pull out your longsword.
two-handed. Wait, no, one-handed. No, it doesn't matter. Two hands. Fuck you.
Make a two-handed swing.
Oh, please.
That actually just matches AC to knock him out.
Cool. Action surge to fucking kill him.
Oh my god.
Roll an advantage strike.
Two hands. Oh, fuck.
As Druckels' life vanishes from his eyes as Porostick just hacks him to pieces on the ground.
You're still a traitor. Gah!
Oh, good. Both the Gobbo boys are down. Good.
As Druckels' severed head rolls from the ground, dead and dying as Porostick stands over it. The party looking over at the dead skeleton, the two unconscious party members. That is where we'll end today's session.
Mr. Forrest, I would like to